understood what was going on. What's going on and where you stand now is significant. It's significant because the Atlanta University Center, is one of the highest points within the entire city of Atlanta. One of the highest points, I mean, like, entire city. And one of the major, and several of the major, I should say, battles of the Civil War took place on these hallowed grounds. It was April 1865 at Appomattox Courthouse when the Confederacy surrendered to the Union. You all remember after General William Tecumseh Sherman had his march to the sea and had the scorched earth policy, and he destroyed and burnt the city down and surrendered in April 1865. But let me tell you about this sacred ground. We were established 5 months later, in September of 1865, by the American Missionary Society and the Freedmen's Bureau, and we started something that is magnificently great. These are the hallowed grounds upon which W.E.B. Du Bois, William Edward Burghardt Du Bois, he did his greatest work right here at Atlanta University. For 23 years, the book that I picked up this morning on the way out the door to read, W.E.B. Du Bois' Data Portraits, Visualizing Black America. We're talking about what Dr. Williams made reference to. We're talking about infographics and visualization techniques that were unheard of when Du Bois was doing these things at Atlanta University. He later, Dr. Washington, you know, he became the expert for the United States Department of Labor statistics. He ran statistics. He understood the demographics. All of that took place on these hallowed grounds. So we celebrate the fact that the Georgia legislature, specifically this Senate committee, has taken the time to have this conversation about supporting historically black colleges and universities, specifically those precious within the state of Georgia. And what's singularly important about that to me, as my mind races back one more time into history, I remember it was Asa Ware, who was the superintendent of schools here in Atlanta, and later was named the first president of Atlanta University. And Ware had the nerve, gall, and audacity to not only invite blacks to this historically black college and university, but he invited whites to study here. The word got down to the legislature, and the legislature said, oh, no. Whites and blacks cannot be educated together. I do not care that you know that Atlanta University is all of that and you want to be there, but you can't. We will not allow it, and we will withdraw the only allocation that's ever been made at that time to Atlanta University. They withdrew the $8,000 because the legislature asked the question. They said, President Ware, if you promise not to allow whites to be on your campus again, if you promise not to allow whites to intermingle with black faculty and black students, we will restore your allocation. He said, no, I think we will survive. I'm here to tell you, we have survived.